Not again. Every time, finally going to sleep. Back at it, huh? Every night at the same time, am I out my mind? I'm hearing keys again and again, sounds like it's time to hide. I'm a man with a mouse, some call me when I'm in the house and the clock strikes midnight, not a single word heard out my mouth. Kinda makes me shiver, wanna pack my bags and start to sit up, but the more it plays, the more I fall in a trance and I can't get up. I better get up, but I can't go. Body chills and I feel something overcoming me when the bell tolls. Underneath the covers, help please. Eyes closed, ears open, you can feel the piano scream. I need to sneak out, but I'm stuck underneath the sheets, waiting for the morning daylight, cause I can't go back to sleep. Okay, I gotta get myself together. This ghost thinks he's clever, playing the same measures. I can feel the pressure, it's ringing in my head like there's a doorbell getting rung by the dead. I better be quiet, I think he heard what I said. Get away, get away, get away, get away. I wanna go to bed, but I cannot. Once the hands on the clock strike midnight, I'm wide awake because he never stops.
Working in the lab late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. Igor on chains backed by his baying hound. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash.
It caught on in a
They
flash.
played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
And it's a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band. And my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
And do my graveyard
Then you can
smash.
mash.
You'll catch on in a
Then
flash.
you can mash.
Then you can monster mash. Mash good. Easy go, you impetuous young boy. Mash good.
Monster mash.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
Just a jump to the left. Put your hands on your hips.